Today, you will be experiencing Korean street food. Wow, look at that bite at night. I've come to Korea's second biggest city, Busan. This city is famous for being on the coast and having some of the freshest seafood in the country. But it's also famous for its own unique street food. Every night at 7:30 p.m., a parade of street food vendors take their carts into Bupyeong Market, and that is where we're going right now. Let's move. So we've come to a very typical street food stall here in South Korea. The first thing you'll notice when you come here is the steam rising off of this tank right here. This is odang. Odang is essentially like a fish sausage. I couldn't decide what to order, so I got a little bit of everything. Right here we have tteokbokki, pounded rice cakes, fish cakes, and all of it smothered in a red chili paste. That is some big tteokbokki. Usually they're much smaller and thinner. Let's try it out.
I've been thinking about you, boy.
It's so chewy. I swear to God, the flavor of the red chili paste sauce is so addictive. It's slightly sour, it's super salty, and then kind of spicy too. This is some odang. And for some reason, that red chili paste goes really well with the kind of fishy broth that's on that flat fish sheet. I couldn't tell you why that's so satisfying, but it is. It has a great consistency. It's almost like when you open up the fridge and you're like kind of hungry, but not super hungry, so you peel off a piece of bologna and eat that alone. It's the fish version of that. Right here we have our second dish. This is called Byungtaejeon. This is a fish pancake made from pollock. Look how gigantic that is. It's like layers and layers of fish pancake. If you come to Busan, you have to get seafood whenever possible, and this is one such situation. Let's go for it. I think frying it on the flat top has firmed it up a bit. It is extremely oily and very heavy. Here, the edges right here. This is more fish and breading together. That's a nice bite right there. This is a food that requires you to take your time a little bit more, because if you go quickly, oh, see, like right here, that is actually a fin sticking out. You got to be careful. You're going to choke to death. I got a bone right here. In Korea, they say, if you're choking on a bone, just eat some rice. It'll push it all down, except for, I don't have any rice here. Right here is our third and final dish. So this is called bibimbangmyeon. So if you know bibimbap, it is like a kind of a salad of a number of different things that you mix together with rice. Here, the rice has been replaced with, looking at menu, dangmyeon, a glass noodle. We've got some boiled greens in there, some radish, lots of that red chili paste. Mix thoroughly until the color of the noodles changes completely, and then take a bite. Oh Lord, it's very good. The noodles have a great chewy texture to them. It tastes like there's some sesame oil in there because it's smoky inside. There's some mushrooms, there's some vegetables mixed in there, but mainly it's a carb bomb. If you're running a half marathon the next day, this is a great place to carb up. These are some of my favorite types of places in Korea. The food is not separated in some kitchen in the back. Everything is right in your face. The other great thing is if you want to eat something and you're hungry and you just want to go for it, you can just grab a stick of odang like this, take a bite, and they'll charge you when you're done. No big deal. If you're coming to Korea for the first time, you have to come to a place like this, sit down, and just point to what you want. Chances are you're not going to be disappointed. This is stop one. We have a lot more to see. Let's keep moving.
I'ma rule the world, I'ma rule the world, yeah, yeah. I'ma rule the world, I'ma rule the world, yeah.
So we have come to the actual Bupyeong Market, which is wild. It is a bunch of carts in this narrow corridor, and they have a sign up here that says keep to the right. So there's a lot of pressure because you need to kind of keep moving, and if you stop in front of a stall like I'm doing, people might get upset. But I have a job to do. I got to do what I got to do. This is the first cart I saw, and it looks fantastic. This is fried steak cut super thin. First they put it in the flour, then they put it in an egg bath, and then that hits the grill right there. So that is going to cook on each side. They're going to prepare it with some of these greens, and at the end, it's going to look just like that. Fantastic. Guys, let's go eat. Right here is our official first dish of this Bupyeong Market. This market is interesting. What are my honest thoughts? This is a fun market for people who love to non-stop make physical contact with other people who they don't know. The only thing making up for it is that this food actually looks pretty unique and pretty delicious. This right here costs 11,000 Korean won. It's fried, but it's still flexible. We have an assortment of vegetables, a small salad on the side, if you will. But let's just get right into that meat. Cheers. Fatty, juicy, certainly not crispy or anything like that. This is more like an omelet coating a steak. It is very heavy though, and she was being generous with the oil she's putting on there. We'll try some of the vegetables. A typical sweet Korean onion salad, a very nice, refreshing combination. It's fun, it's a great start to our anxiety-induced night. Let's go. Right here we've come to the fried food section. They have 3 distinctly different meats that you can choose from. Right here, this is fried chicken skin. Not even meat, it's just the skin. It looks incredible. Then they have 2 more seafood selections I want to try here. First of all, this is something I've seen a lot in Southeast Asia, but never in Korea. It's a crab fried whole, and you eat the whole thing, the claws, the legs, the body, everything. And then here they have coconut shrimp. Big, plump, looking absolutely juicy, fine, and thick. I'm not going to eat that here. I'm going to take that, I'm going to leave the chaos and go eat it alone, like I usually do on a Friday night, until I convince someone to marry me. Haha. We have our first food right here. This costs 10,000 Korean won. In USD, it's this much on the screen. Okay, now you got it. This is the coconut shrimp. You can see the coconut on the outside. It looks delicious. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, delicious. It's got a thick, crunchy coating on the outside. The wonderful taste of coconut. It's greasy, it's heavy. And that seems to be a bit of a theme for the food here so far, or maybe that's just what I've been attracted to. When I think coconut shrimp, I think like a tropical location. I think the Caribbean or Jamaica. I don't usually think Busan, South Korea, but maybe this is where coconut shrimp was invented. Right, Caps? Right here we have our second fried food. This is the little crabbies. We'll not make a joke about crabs. We'll not make a joke about crabs. They look very crunchy. I do like how breaded they look, because sometimes they can fry these and not put any breading. So definitely have been battered a bit. Let me try it out. Oh, it's pretty good. It's so easy to eat. It's like the potato chips of the sea. It's super heavy and greasy, but it almost feels like they stuffed meat into the body of the crab. It doesn't even seem natural. Let me break one of these open for you to see. It's so full of meat. Overall, delicious, 8 out of 10, but it needs a sauce. Even if it had ketchup, something tangy, something sweet, it needs something to go with it. But the crab meat inside is a very nice touch. Woohoo! We've come to our next location, and now I'm very excited because here they have lobster, but they put some kind of artificial crab inside of the lobster. This is the carapace of a crab, and he's put cheese and potentially crab meat inside of there. Right now we're gonna order and then see how it's made. All right, right here you can see the stuffing of the lobster. He puts in some mock crab going inside of real lobster. Then right here we have the crab heads with some crab meat, some cheese, some butter, and then some fake crab inside of that too. Now the butter is going on top of everything. These have a lot of butter for sure. There's no doubt about that. More cheese going inside of my crab heads. Putting a load of oil on the grill. He's got his hairspray right here. Yeah, baby! It's like roasting in here, but it feels so good because it's cold outside. I love it. Okay, so this is food number 7. I'm not sure, I lost count already. Every time you come to Korea and you come to one of these street food streets, you will find some guy with cheese, seafood, and fire. And at last, I have found him. This guy is making something truly unique. So we have all these different parts of the lobster cut in half. Of course, we got one claw, half a tail, half a body, but then there's kind of a weird seafood salad made into the body, stuffed inside of there. He's also created his own sauce, that white sauce. It looked like mayonnaise to me. Then he had a tangy red sauce. He had tons of oil. He had mounds of butter. A pretty nice flavor. Slightly overcooked, a little tough. To be fair, he did drop a napalm bomb on it from about 50,000 feet. Oh, the tail is even kind of pre-ripped out and cut up. Maybe it cooks faster that way. And maybe it's easier to eat. Smoky. I can taste the gasoline. Whatever he has in that hairspray bottle, I can taste it. It tastes a little bit like acetylene. By the way, the 13,000 Korean won, which is roughly 10 bucks. That's not that bad. Now we have the body. So if you peel it back, these are real eggs from inside the lobster. Then this is that fake crab meat that he's put inside. So we want that combination. Wow, look at that bite. That is an unusual seafood salad. What an odd combination of flavors. The eggs are kind of rubbery, a little fishy. The crab is sweet, of course. And then all of it's just covered in mayonnaise, cheese, sauce. It's oily, it's greasy, but somehow light and delicious. That is an awesome creation. And I think absolutely worth that price. So right here we have the crab head, eyeballs bugging out. Inside, there's meat, there's cheese, there's fake meat, and then even more cheese. And it doesn't even look like all the cheese melted. There's mayonnaise too. And I can't believe this is less than $5 for what we have right here. And it's served inside a real animal head. Cheers. It's really good. It's deep and it's full of stuff. It's hard to tell like what is cheese, what is meat, what is sauce. There's certainly a lot of fillers, and most of the meat is fake crab meat anyways, but still, you're eating it from an animal's head. The mad seafood scientist, striking once again. I like this guy. I was wondering why he was wearing a mask at first until I realized all he's doing all night is breathing in fumes. It's only 8:30 p.m. This guy is high as a kite already. We've stumbled upon our next food. We're going strong with the meat, and we've got more meat right here. These are like giant meatball logs covered in bacon. They're spicy and not so spicy. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. So it's 1 for $4, but you could get 3 for $10. So it says scotchy egg. Oh, so it's a Scotch egg. Okay, let's try it out. Let's get the spicy one. So he puts on 2 different types of sauce. Then that's gonna get the torch. Wow, you can see the bacon sizzling on the outside. That is definitely haram. Put that in a little bit of a cup. Then that's gonna get cut and quartered. From here, dressing, some mysterious white sauce, and then some greens to go on top. That is complete. Samda. Right here we have a Korean Scotch egg. But what is a Scotch egg? I will tell you from my memory. A Scotch egg is a boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat, coated in breadcrumbs and baked or deep fried. So this is the Korean version of that. There is indeed an egg in the middle. I know because I asked. Then a layer of meat, and then instead of breadcrumbs or anything like that, they put bacon on the outside and they sauce it up like crazy. You would think that the torching would have done more to it, because actually it's very cold. Just moments ago, the bacon was sizzling, and now it's just kind of room temp. But the taste is good. It tastes like way over-seasoned hamburger meat or like a meat loaf around the egg. It's hard to taste the bacon because that sauce is so strong and powerful. Another bite? Oh. Overall, I like it. I find it to be creative, innovative, and fun. It's a fun take on a classic food from another country. They just did it their way with their ingredients and their flavors and an S-load of sauce. Let's keep moving. As long as we're trying classic food from other countries, let's try what this man has right here. It is Vietnamese banh xeo made the Korean way. What does that look like? I'm about to find out. The dish starts right here. We have a thick batter going on top of oil, and then even more oil. My God, that is half oil, half batter. I'm told just like in Vietnam, he's using rice flour. But I gotta tell you, in Vietnam, they use about that much oil. So basically, it's deep fried at this point. The next step, we've got some green onions going on, sliced onion, some bean sprouts. Right here, we have pork coming from the grill. Right here, the epic flip, closing it all inside. So the next step is to cut it into 4 pieces so it's manageable. A few shrimpies go on next. So here we have a lot of fish sauce going on and a load of sweet chili and then a peanut sauce going on top. All right, 감사합니다. Right here we have Korean banh xeo, something I never thought I would say in my life. This is very different from a typical banh xeo. The typical banh xeo would be on a wok. It would have a little bit of oil. This is a record-breaking amount of oil. He kind of has all the same ideas, essentially. He's got pork, he's got shrimp, he's got the rice flour batter, but it's like you typed banh xeo into an AI image creator and then it spat that out. And it was like, we kind of didn't get it. It is just a deluge of sauce, but it picks up pretty good with the chopstick. All right, my first taste of Korean banh xeo. Let's try it. It's very crunchy, and from sitting on that griddle, on that flat top, it's gotten a bit smoky too. The sauce on top is what's really sweet. Wow, it's a pool of fish sauce. Actual fish could swim in this. I actually kind of like the flavors. It's crispy. It has like a nice balance of vegetables. There's a ton of pork in there. An irresponsible amount of sauce, but I still like it. Is it just like the Vietnamese banh xeo? Not even close. But this man made this his own. Bean sprouts, shrimpies, sauce. The best part is the price for this, less than $5 for this whole dish right here. And trust me, this is enough calories to last for about 2.5 days. Awesome adaptation from here. I'm gonna tell you which street food today was my absolute favorite. That is the end of the video. Today we tried 10 different street foods. If we were doing a $100 challenge, I would have hit that easy. Although I gotta say, some things did seem pretty reasonable. The lobster, not that bad, not that expensive. The banh xeo at the end, super reasonable. My favorite food of the day, I think, surprisingly, was the last one, the banh xeo. I just thought it was so creative, it was fun. I saw he had a little chart on the side of his cart explaining to Korean people like what banh xeo is, what is inside of it. I saw a lot of people curious, wanting to try it, and it's pretty decent. I wish he would use maybe 5 liters less oil. I liked it, tasted good, and it tasted like someone taking a chance and doing something a little bit different. If you love anxiety, if you love not being able to stop and look at anything, if you like loud drunk people, I recommend coming here to Bupyeong Market. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Oh man, I can't wait to sit in the fetal position at home. I'm so full. Oh my God, the oil. Guys, before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to Joe right here. Without Joe, this trip would not have been possible. He has facilitated this whole shoot from beginning to end in all the locations we went to. So Joe, thank you so much. You can find more information on Joe here at Wandering Bicycle on YouTube and on Instagram. More information about Busan travel and delicious food that you can find here. Thank you so much, Joe. Peace. All right. It feels good to say it, right? Yeah. Satisfying. Joe hates my show.
Yeah.